Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a step-by-step guide on how to clean a shark vacuum. I am doing a deep cleaning on my vacuum, and I thought this would be the perfect video for you guys to clean along with me. It is so important to clean and maintain your vacuum cleaner on a regular basis so that it keeps performing at its best level. So let's jump into today's video. You want to go ahead and start cleaning your vacuum by removing any kind of dirt that you have vacuumed up and putting that in the trash can, and then removing the filters. On my particular Shark Rocket vacuum, I have two filters, a slimmer one and a thicker one. I do not recommend using anything other than water on these, and you do want to make sure that they are completely dried before you put them back into your vacuum. My vacuum is also corded, so I just have to be very careful not to get any of the electronic part of my vacuum wet. If you have a cordless one, you want to just make sure that any of the battery area, that you are making sure that it does not get wet either. I just used water, like I said, on both of these filters. I started with the thinner one and made sure I rinsed that one until all of the black water was completely gone. And then I did the same thing on my filter, the thicker one. And as you could see while I was rinsing it, it literally had black water just coming out of it. It was absolutely disgusting. So you want to make sure that you are cleaning your filters monthly so that the vacuum cleaner is performing at its best. If you don't clean your filters, the vacuum cleaner will eventually stop working. It won't suck up the dirt, things like that. So it's important that you maintain and clean your filters monthly. Also want to make sure that when you put your filters over to dry, that you let them dry thoroughly, and you also put them at an angle so that they can dry on both sides. I recommend leaving them to air dry at least 24 hours and make sure that you are air drying them. Do not put them wet in your vacuum because it could ruin your vacuum. And not only that, but it's going to clog your vacuum up and make it not work properly. So make sure that they are completely dried before you put it back together. While the filters are going ahead and starting to dry, I wanted to go ahead and start cleaning the rest of my vacuum. I made sure that the part that holds all the dust and things, that I used a wet washcloth on that. That's more of where the electronic part of it is, because like I said, this is a corded one. If this is where your battery is housed, you want to make sure that you are not putting it directly under the water. You're trying to keep the least amount of water out of it as possible, just so that it doesn't mess up the electronic part of it or battery part of it. So anyway, I used a wet washcloth and a butter knife and just tried my best to get in all the cracks and crevices that way. I will be honest and transparent with you. Whenever you are cleaning a Shark vacuum or another vacuum, there are some parts that you're not going to be able to deep clean very well due to the fact that you can't get it super wet. So just try your best. You can definitely try using Q-tips, things like that, and just water to clean it. I have heard in the past that you can put some of the parts into the dishwasher. I chose not to do that. I would much rather just do a cleaning with water and just let it air dry so that I know that nothing gets messed up. I have heard some really great things about the Dyson vacuums as well, and I do know that cleaning and maintaining your vacuum, no matter whether it's a Dyson or another brand, is really important. I personally love the Shark vacuums, and I prefer to go with the corded ones just because I am terrible about charging stuff. So I know that if I had the cordless vacuum, I would never put it on the charger, and so I'd probably wind up sweeping half the time because my vacuum would be dead. So I just prefer doing the corded ones. Not that there's anything wrong with the cordless, but I just am terrible about charging stuff. If you guys use the cordless vacuums, let me know how you guys are doing with keeping them charged. Is that something that you guys remember to do? Do you maintain it monthly? How do you do with cleaning your vacuum? And let me know what vacuum you are using currently as well. The lid on my vacuum was so bad where the filter was. I had to run it under a little bit of water, but I just made sure that I didn't get any water on the rest of the vacuum. So you may have to do a little bit of a deeper clean with some water on the lid where the filter goes. I also wanted to clean the hose out, so I just used a sprayer. Since mine is completely plastic, you can definitely use this on the hose, and then also the rest of like the vacuum part where the dust comes through, like the tubing or whatever you want to call it on your shark vacuum or regular vacuum. But I just used some water and sprayed through it. I made sure to put all these parts at an angle. You want to put them at the best angle possible to make sure that all the water comes out. I'm also letting these completely dry for at least 24 hours before I put my vacuum back together. The cover where the roller is, there are some little pins, and you can just use a coin and just turn it and it pops right off. And then I just used some water and a butter knife along with the towel and just kind of washed it with water and then let it air dry. The roller, I did wind up cleaning a little bit differently. I winded up using some scissors to cut all the hair off, and you will see how disgusting the roller was here in a second. It was absolutely nasty. And if you are not careful with your vacuum and don't maintain it, it definitely can get super smelly and nasty due to the filters and the stuff that are vacuumed up, the things that are vacuumed up in your brush. So you want to maintain that and make sure that you are cutting away anything that's on the brush, because the brush will get stuck and stop spinning, and it could break the belt and things like that. And so then you'd have to replace all that to get your vacuum working again. So it's really important that you are maintaining your brush and your filters and things like that on your shark vacuum or any vacuum that you have. When I was younger, I did not know that you had to maintain the brush by cutting away like hair and things like that, that things would get caught up in the roller. And so for the longest time, I didn't do that. And I actually threw away a couple of vacuums when I was a lot younger, just because I didn't know that you were supposed to maintain them. So I'm very cautious of that now. And I make sure that I try to do this regularly so that my vacuum continues to work correctly and nothing breaks on it. I hope you guys are enjoying this deep cleaning vacuum video. I know that I usually don't post videos like this cleaning my shark video, but I figured it would be a good reminder for you guys to deep clean your vacuum. It is definitely the perfect video for you to pick up your vacuum and deep clean it along with me so that you don't have to worry about it later. So I hope this video gives you the motivation to do that. If you are brand new here, my name is Becky. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 young children, and on my channel, I do a ton of cleaning motivation videos. I love to share clean with me's and laundry videos to give you a ton of laundry motivation and a ton of other stay-at-home mom life content. So if you do enjoy the cleaning motivation videos, then I would be honored if you would consider subscribing and be a part of this community. After this vacuum dried for 24 hours, this is the next morning. I went ahead and put my shark back together and just double checked it and make sure that it was working, plugged it in, and everything worked perfectly. I do hope you guys enjoyed this step-by-step guide on how to deep clean your vacuum. And if you guys are not subscribed yet, like I said, I would be honored if you would subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments about your vacuums. I love to hear from you guys as well, so don't forget to do that before you click off on today's video. If you are looking for some more cleaning motivation or inspiration, make sure you check out my channel. There is tons of clean with me's and different videos for you guys to check out, and I will post one here at the very end. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.